So next we have interest rate sensitivity gap, which to measure the difference between rate sensitivity asset and rate sensitive liabilities. This that will measure of reprice within a certain time frame, such as floating rates, loans or financing, or short-term deposit. A position sensitivity gap indicates that more assets and liabilities will reprice when interest rate change, making the institution more vulnerable to falling interest rates but benefiting from the rising rates. And then a negative gap suggests a greater exposure to rising interest rate and benefit from falling the interest rates. So I'm trying to calculate based on the Bank Islam financial statement, where the formula of interest rate sensitivity gap, or we call income gap, which is equal to rate sensitive asset minus the rate sensitive liabilities. Where in the financial statement also we call the rate sensitive asset is the financing advance and other, while the rate sensitive liabilities refer to deposit from the customer, and the final answer given is 7.8 billion ringgit somethings. So as a positive income gap is a indicate a more asset than liabilities will reprice when the interest rate change, making the institution more vulnerable to falling interest rate, but benefiting from the rising rates. Next, which is the net interest margin, which refer to the profitability metric used primarily by banks to assess the difference between interest income generated from the loans or financing and the investment also, and the interest paid out to the depositor. Expressed as a percentage of average earning assets, a high net interest margin indicate more efficient core banking operation and a better split between lending and borrowing rates. So for the calculation based on the Bank Islam financial statement, I'm trying to find to calculate it first, but sorry, for the formula are equal to income minus the deposit expense first, and we divide the average earning assets where income, which is the two million something, deposit expense 1 million something, and the final answer given, which is a 477 uh, million ringgit Malaysia, and it's show us that a high net interest margin is more efficient core banking operation and a better spread between lending and borrowing rates. So next, which is the price to earning ratio, or we call the price earning ratio also, and then the valuation of is which valuation metric used in the equity market to assess how much the investor are willing to pay for a dollar of earning. It is a calculate by dividing the market price per share by earning per share. And then a high price earning ratio may indicate a stock is overvalued, or that means the investor expect a high future growth. While the low price earning might suggest the undervaluation or weak the growth expectation. So for the calculation part, I'm trying to calculate based on the Bank Islam financial statement. And the final answer given, which is 0.1005 or 10.15%. So this that show us which if a high future growth, if a high price earning ratio, that means indicate a stock overvalue that investor expect a high future growth. And then next for the market risk and BNB is as Islamic bank. Bank Islam is exposed primarily to profit rates rather than conventional interest rates. especially due to fixed rate or floating rates mismatch between the asset and liability volatility in the Islamic capital market, such as we know sukuk value, and then the exposure to Malaysian economic conditions such as inflation, bank BNM monetary policy, and also the performance of ringgit Malaysia. So for the conclusion, Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad, or we call BIMB, face a market risk like a profit rate change and economic fluctuation. So how to manage the risk? The bank must use the tools to measure the control for potential loss, and follow the strict regulation and use the Sharia compliant methods with a strong risk management and ethical practice. Bank Islam can stay stable and competitive in a changing financial envir- environment. Alright, so I think that's all from me, and thank you for watching. And I hope all of you can get benefit and take advantage from my presentation today.